Once again, fellow Nigerians across the globe, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As you already know, I am George Onibe from the Uncompleted Building. This morning, I want us to look at a message I simply titled, 4 Ways to Survive the Ongoing Cultural Genocide in Nigeria by the Igbo Biafra people. It's not as if the Igbo Biafra people are the only ones that are embarking on this journey of cultural genocide. But somewhere along the line, they seem to be the masterminder of every plague that ails us as a people. And so somewhere along the line, somebody need to tell the story how we got here. And certainly somebody need to tell the story how we overcome. And so let's take a little time and think about what we are going through. Maybe we should be able to read in between the lines. When we talk about cultural genocide, don't let the grammar deceive you. It's about people who are trying to replace you, misplace you, tell your history, destroy everything that is glorious about you, and subscribe or ascribe the glory to themselves. And sometimes it really doesn't matter. If you are that kind of individual who feels it doesn't matter, believe me, you're selling your birthright. The day you will sort for it, the day you will realize the truth, though you will sort for it with tears and pain, like the Bible says, you will be rejected. And if we know this truth, why do you think we will fold our hand and allow them to misplace us? It is not possible for them. If you look at currently in Nigeria, a lot of things are out of order. A lot of things are bad. If we sit back and reflect, thinking between the lines, we will all agree things are not the way it should be. The government of the day, very soon, they will begin to tax you. They want to tax Dangote refinery, 15% addition for importation of fuel. So there is every possibility the price of fuel will go up. Things are going up. Everybody is suffering. But let me tell you before we go into our study, don't lose hope. Don't let them talk you down. Prepare your mind to go through this process. It is normal in Nigeria. For those of you who are Gen Z, in the 80s, there was something known as austerity measure. That was when I saw the highest suffering in my life. The government tagged it austerity measure. Those of you who know what I'm talking about. I come from a pretty little wealthy family. And so for us to encounter that hardship, I wonder how those poor people in my community survived. The hunger was so severe that my mother was making the same soup for more than 6 months, as far as I can remember. And you know the soup? We just pour water inside the pot. We add salt and pepper, put Maggi, and that's it. Sometimes we pan scent leaf, ufelu rushin, those of you from my place. We call it nufeba, uglifeba. This is what you eat for 6 months, if not more than, to be escorted by Gary. I one day asked my mother, what is going on? She said to me, don't worry, everything will be fine. This was the government of the day practically trying to impoverish Nigerians. Because somewhere, these people ruling us, when they notice that we have access to fund, power, you know, the Bible says money is a defense. When they are telling you that money is the root of all evil, they don't remind you that the Bible says money is a defense. So the moment you have money, you can defend yourself. It looks like there are people in government whose duty is to impoverish all of you. And so they take away your defense. And so what we are going through, it's another dispensational step. It looks like during the time of Goodluck and Yar'Adua, Nigerians have access to fund Most people, instead of doing the right thing, begin to misbehave. And so the government of the day, as it's going to be, they are going to sack you, ransack you, till you can't even feed. And when they take away the money, ultimately, they take away your defense. And now, we should be addressing this issue as a progressive-minded people. But believe me, that is exactly the only way we can increase your problem. I have said it time without number. The last thing I will do here is to come out and begin to tell you, Tinubu is a demon, Tinubu is evil, Tinubu is this one. If you listen to my broadcast yesterday, I talked about Tinubu appointment. That ordinarily, it is a constitutional abomination because his appointment betrayed the federal government character policy. But don't rejoice over it, because this is exactly the same thing Goodluck Ebele Jonathan did. Go and check all the appointees. 99.9% of them are South people. And now, if you are not following up what is happening in Nigeria, all these criminals behind the scene, they will mesmerize you. You think you are intelligent, you think you are smart, you think you know it all, you think you know, they will mess you up. Even before you take the slightest note of how they appear. And so I say, attacking Tinubu will not stop or savage the people of Nigeria economically and otherwise. Just know how they function, and you will be able to stop them. Because at the end of the day, we were crying, Buhari, 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 Buhari everywhere, Buhari. If we had free and fair election as we speak today, and Buhari contest against Tinubu, Buhari will win. And so what were we thinking when we were condemning Buhari? Not to talk of those of you who were on social media protesting against Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Have you not seen that all of you have been fooled? Look at your intellectual capability. Have you not seen you are nothing? And that is exactly what will happen. Let's begin to shout, Tinubu, 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 Tinubu. If we are not careful, when Tinubu is done after 8 years, listen to me, Tinubu is going to go there for 8 years. Don't even plan against him, except the creator decide to take his life. Whether Tinubu convert everybody to APC or APC turn against Tinubu, whether you people like it or not, Tinubu will go there for 8 years. The issue now should be what will happen after 8 years. Because if you try to upset this process, the cycle of suffering will start all over again for Nigeria. And this is the time we should begin to look at how to savage Nigerians completely from the claws of these manipulators. But some of you will not understand. We say, I'm a non-completed building, but we are your watchmen. Deal with it. And so when I say allow Tinubu, Tinubu life, Tinubu action, policies is going to be a testament to all of us. And that is why when we have the privilege, we talk to him. Be careful of what you do, because what goes around comes around. Tinubu is not the problem. It's just part of the process. We need to find out what the real problem is. This having been said, fellow Nigerians, let's come back to our discussion this morning regarding the cultural genocide. It's ongoing already, but there are very little we can do, but we will do the best we can. I was listening to Fubara in his recent comments, and he was saying that Opobo people are Igbo people. I was challenging certain people. If you say you are Igbo, why are you? If you say you are not Igbo, why are you answering Igbo name? Why are you answering Chief or Hanile, Chief this one? Fubara, we love you. Let me not say we. I love you. I like you very well. I see something inside you. Maybe that is what Wike saw inside you. And he take you as his body man. But you see these Igbo people, you think they will save you. You are a gunner. Fubara, you have choice to do what you are doing. You are a gunner. We have been there. And when we see our own person walking that path, we take them on time. Before we use up Abilieka, Fubara, you are a governor. Focus your governor. If you are Igbo Opobo, say you are Igbo Opobo, we will respect you. I'm a Anyoma man. We have Anyoma Igbo. We are not denying it. We are only asking Anyoma Igbo people like Nedi Nwokuru, don't sell us because some of us are Anyoma Yoruba, Anyoma Bini, Anyoma Ejo, Anyoma Egala, Anyoma Esha. We are asking Anyoma Igbo. You can't sell us to Igbo people. You want to follow Igbo people and go. But the last time we checked, we have disassociated ourselves from Yoruba, from Bini, from Esha, from Ejo, from Egala, and from Igbo, and we take our destiny in our hand, and we say we are Eka, we say we are Osimili, we say we are Ndokwa, we say we are Nyocha. Respect this. And so if Sem Forbara, for instance, is Igbo Opobo, no issue about that. But this is the switch. Opobo does not belong to Igbo people. It belongs to Igbani people. When I was in River State, during the time of Peter Odele and Toby as his deputy. Toby was the deputy governor of River State. I was privileged to handle so many contracts under Peter Odele regime. Peter Odele, by origin, is Anyoma man. He's supposed to come from Ndokwa, Okwa, and Aziz. Whether you call them Mokwakabuka and the rest of it, whether you call them or Rashe, whether you call them Hajibima, all these people are Okwani people. Igbo people has culturally destroyed us. The genocide Igbo Biafra is going on. I'm coming. I was privileged to handle most of those contracts. If you know Opobo very well, look at all the interlocking walkway that were constructed, even right inside the river. During the era of gas turbine, the gas turbine they built in Opobo, they built it on a constructed island. And from the Opobo town, around the house of Adamak, we constructed a walkway, interlocking walkway, to that very gas turbine. Because when the governor was coming to commission it, they need to walk on the ground, not on the water or inside canoe. I constructed that interlock pathway on top of the water. And so I know everything about Opobo. From Opobo to Opobo Nkoro, down there from Ogoni waterside. But this is the truth. That era when I was in Opobo, based on the fact that we have heard much about the history of Jaja of Opobo, but the throne was vacant. And then I asked the people of Opobo, does it mean Opobo don't have children? They told me two things. Two things. I don't think if it's wise for me to begin to say them. But then let me tell you. Number one, they told me that Jaja of Opobo is a black man. But when the imperialists adopted Jaja of Opobo, something went wrong. How can Jaja of Opobo wife give birth to Igbo? They did not agree that guy color. Go and look for Jaja of Opobo's son. And go and look for Jaja of Opobo skin color. But they stand to be corrected, allegedly. So they don't trust that guy. Number two, Jaja of Opobo is from Imo State. Igbo people sold him. But because of his bravery, because of his sincerity, they accepted him and allowed him to become their king. After all, he had what it takes to defend them. It's not about who is ruling. It's about who can protect them in that era. But that generation said, now we don't want him to sit on that throne again. So for many years before that time, they refused to reinstate Opobo's son. It was Peter Odele regime that they started appealing to Opobo people, please. If your father made this decision in time past, respect it. It was Peter Odele that meander and mawanda all these people. And finally, they now have to reinstate Opobo's son. And so when you are in Opobo, in the morning, they speak Igbo, supposedly. In the evening, they are speaking another Igbani language. And so they have two languages. And this is because somewhere along the line, they have memorandum of understanding. The Igbos were not trying to conquer the Opobo people, and the Opobo people were not trying to conquer the Igbo. It's like when you go to Arochukwu, go to Alesoti village, you will not know who is Igbo man. You will not know who is Akwa Ibom man. Because if you turn to your left, all of them are speaking about the Ekon, and the rest of it. When you turn to your right, the rest will say Kekime, Kemakandi Begi, and the rest of them. This is because they share common boundary. Everybody respected themselves. There is still mutual understanding among them. But despite the fact, we are not ignorant of the fact that Arochukwu belong to Akwa Ibom people. Because they will tell me how he be no Pabe. A deity from Akwa Ibom is inside Igbo, heart of Igbo land. But that is not the purpose of this discussion. Let me enlighten Senfobara in case he's among this cultural genocide going on. Igbo will not give you vote. In fact, the more you near Igbo Biafra Senfobara, the more you will destroy your career. Mark my word. Until they amend their ways. That is the truth. They have to accept it. And so Senfobara coming to say, oh, all of you are Igbo. You are being intellectual dishonest person. Tell us the whole truth. That some are Igbo and some are not Igbo. There are things we know about Opobo. There are things we know about Nigeria. It should not have happened. But it has happened already. But that we say it will not happen again. If anything is happening to you, you will be the one that will use your hand to attract that very destruction to yourself. After all, he that first ant-infested firewood should expect the visit of a lizard. That is nature for you. And so for you to come out and you join these Igbo Biafra people, oh, Opobo is Igbo, Opobo is Igbo. If you mark my word, that is when you begin to have problem. Same Fubara. If you are a Opobo person, Igbo Opobo will respect you. But don't tell us everybody is Igbo. In case you don't know, tell Saint Fubara to go and check that broadcast he made and was saying, Ndingwe na Ndingwe. From that day, your life has not remained the same again. But we love you. Remove your body from Igbo matter. Because all these people, from Senator Azon Tambata to Nedi Nwokuru, we are waiting when they will come back home. Because they will be betrayed. You people are not the first. I could go on and on and on and on and on. When the war came out, which Ikwere man did they tell as Igbo man that war started? That they want to fight Biafra war. It was when they discovered that they can't hold their land any longer. It was when they discovered that Nigeria has started communicating with non-Igbo in the Old Eastern region. That is when they summoned all of them. People like Ken Saruwa, people like Obiwale, and the rest of them. I say, come, let's talk about what is happening. And they said, no, we are not coming. Ezedika of Ahuda and the rest of them. We say, we are not coming. People have started work with that consulting. Now you want us to carry it in our, but my people fool themselves. Most of them, like Achu said, they thought that they are doing war with betrayers. And I was such a fool in time past. But believe me, we know the truth. But all these things trying to conceal people's identity, it's simple and referred to as cultural genocide. But these are 4 ways you can survive it. That is the main purpose of this broadcast. I try to enlighten you, and I promise you today, I will tell you how to survive them. Yes, there are similarities between my culture, Ekpeye culture, Ikwere culture, Igbo culture, and other supposed sub-Igbo group. There are similarities in our culture and tradition. But where you have the greatest difference is that our values do not align. But let me explain to you values by telling you a story so you understand the difference. If you look at the wolf, the dog, many of these cat animals, the tiger, the jaguar, the cheetah, all of them look alike. They are the same family. But their values are not the same. Now let's take the wolf and the dog. The wolf and the dog used to be the same family. They hunted humans for a very long time. But each time the pack of wolves attack the humans during the era of the hunter-gatherers, some of the wolf's family are not happy. They have conscience, they have feeling. So when some wolves are viciously devouring the human community, some dog will stay behind. And over time, human beings discover that some wolf don't attack. They don't just want to kill human. The way they feed, the way they behave is just like the way human beings behave. Just that they are majorly ruled by instincts. Women notice that among this pack of wolves, some of them are not vicious. So human beings study those pack of wolves that are not vicious and adopted them. And over time, dog become the friend of the human. But you see those wolves, they refuse. And over time, there is now a great difference between the wolf and the dog. Because their value is no longer the same. I could say, as animals, the wolf maintain the highest standard that can ever influence their existence as animals that live by instincts. There are things wolves don't do. Wolf is a wolf. Wolf don't sleep with their mother. Wolf don't sleep with their sister. Wolf don't flirt. Wolf stay with one partner for life. Wolf don't eat dead animal. Wolf is referred to as the son of the righteous. But dog, on the other hand, dog sleep with the mother. Dog sleep with the sister. Dog eat dead meat. Dog do anything that wolf will not do. Have you seen wolf inside cycles? Wolf, you can't keep wolf inside the zoo. Have you seen wolf inside the zoo? This is value. You can teach a dog to do anything. I have so many dogs now, I can release all of them now, begin to talk to them. I will align them and call them by their name one after the other. I will tell them to sit and to stand and what to do. I will tell them not to listen to you. I will give you chicken, give to those dogs. And ask those dogs before you, don't take anything from this man. And don't let this man move away from here. You will be there. All of them will be there. Do you understand what I mean? But you see wolf, you can't code wolf. If you take a wolf and you put them inside zoo and feed them, they won't eat. They will stay there and starve till they die. If you put them inside cycle and train them to entertain, they are not entertainer. This is the value. This is where the alignment is drawn. So it's not for you coming to tell me, if you say you are not Igbo, why are you answering Igbo name? If you say you are not Igbo, why do you bear Igbo name? Why do you do Igbo for market? Why do you do Igbo this one? All of you are intellectual, dishonest people and will see you cannot be trusted. Let me digress. There was a man known as Rotimi Amechi, a one-time governor of Rivers State, and also former minister of transportation right here in Nigeria. His name is Rotimi Amechi. So he's a Igbo Yoruba. So Rotimi Amechi is Igbo Yoruba. Yoruba people should come and drag him. Oh, if you say you are not Yoruba, why are you answering Rotimi? Now no get sense. Now the relationship we did that time, now influencer. I've said it many times. I had a Yoruba woman who was like a mother to me. I respect her so much till tomorrow. This woman in question, when I gave birth to my first son, gave name to my son, Anjola Oluwa. But for some reason, I know what I know. I adopt that name. His name is Anjola till tomorrow morning. But I have to let my village name to dominate that Yoruba name. And when that woman comes to my house, he don't call my son any name. He calls Anjola. And I still retain that name. It's his name. But officially, he answers my name. So tomorrow, let's assume I allow him to be answering Anjola. When you want to kill Yoruba people, you will come and kill him. The same way Hausa will have problem with Igbo, they will start killing us. We have learned our lesson. We will come for that later on. Maybe in my next broadcast, we will teach you why you must begin to disassociate answering names that are not from your ethnic group. So that make we no use our head carry waiting we don't know. And so for two reasons, if you must know, we started answering Igbo name. I give it to them. We don't call God Chuku as a car man. We call him Ehi. I can go on and on and on. But we began to answer these things because under the creation of Wazobia, Yoruba was to colonize those in the west, Hausa was to colonize those in the north, Igbo were to colonize those in the east. But because of betrayal, everybody wake up. Some even run out of Nigeria. Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon. They even run out because of the frustration of Igbo Biafra. But we could not avoid it. We love the Creator. There is a desire in every man seeking to serve that which is greater than them. And that is where the worship of God comes in. You can't do anything about it. He said that you are a Christian, Muslim, or pagan. Even the pagan worship nature. And those of us who subscribe to Christianity, they have to bring in Samuel Ajayi Crowther to teach us. And after baptismal class, they now baptize us now so amen. They give you baptismal name, Peter. Who is Peter? Who is John? Who is Matthew? Who is Bartholomew? Are they Nigerians? Many of you are Peter Obi. Many of you are John Boo Michael. Many of you are answering all these biblical names. Okay, sorry, they migrated from Egypt. My mistake. All those people answering Bible names, they migrated from Israel. But they got to a stage. We were of age. Samuel Ajayi Crowther has done teaching us the Igbo language. Some people are claiming now. A Yoruba man taught us so. And so when we finish, we now TMU. Amen. Then I give you Nwa Chineke. I hope you know Mu Chineke. The next thing you hear, amen. They say Nwachuku. And all these names, Christian name, Ikechuku, all of them, we adopted it. But for two reasons. We love the Igbo people. And we love God. But it's obvious. Our love means nothing to them, which is not an issue. We would have accepted that we are wolf or we are dog. But our values cannot align. That is why I'm asking those of you that knows what is obtainable. You see this Igbo, Biafra, and your man you want to give to Southeast. You will know the difference between the wolf and the dog when the time comes. It's about the matter of the wolf. I mean, the virus and the host. Both of them cannot coexist. One must be suppressed. One must give way. But you will not understand. Let's continue to enlighten you. Now, those of you who are Christian, let's be sincere here. You go to Catholic church. Those of you in my village now, they are doing mass. Tell me how to talk in Catholic church for our language. Nani ki adogwa we nani kwa no de kwe. Because when we want to say na fana na one na mo na mo so yasema imefa nadi anyi limefa nanyi limefa ndemmo nani ki anoku ono the hili. This is how we begin to speak Igbo. Because so Igbo can't even speak our dialect. And so we have to dilute it so that all these Samuel Ajayi Crowther, all these Igbo people can blend. Because when I talk on Afana na one so they can't say it. And how can they colonize me? They must bring me down to their level. We know the Nso Maria. My mother is a Catholic church woman. Confirmation, everything. Born, died, buried in Catholic church. This is this issue of confirmation. You now begin to say, Nso Maria, Meya, oh God. Please, Igbo people, come and give me Nso Maria in Igbo language. You will see, no Igbo person can be able to say Nso Maria in Igbo language. It baffles them, it mesmerizes them. Somewhere along the line, we toned our language down just to accommodate everybody. Today, now look at what they are saying. But we will survive them. They want to deceive us. We don't get sense. And I no go fit. Now, let's not waste time further. Because we can't exhaust this discussion in this broadcast. We will continue to enlighten you. But for those who are in the position of authority, who can prevent this impending doom and danger, this calamity from befalling all of us, refrain from creating the Anyoma people to the southeast. We want Anyoma state. Leave us in the south-south. From the foundation of Nigeria till today, Eka people, Oshimili people, Ndokwa people, Anyocha people, at least for this one, we have refused to identify with the Igbo people in their southeast or in their eastern region. From Midwestern region, from the Western region to the Midwestern region to Bender State to Edo and Delta State to South-South, we have never been part of them. Forget about the similarity. Does dog not look like wolf? What dog will do for human, will wolf do it? Number one thing you have to do, you must work very hard to sustain your culture and tradition. If you must survive this ongoing cultural genocide, you must go back and find out your original culture and tradition. Some of them have stolen it. Sustain it. How do you sustain it? You have to promote it. When I was younger, we used to have Igbo musicians. Those of you who are of the same generation with me. In Igbo there, we have people like Akwete Nwigbe. He sang a song like Okukwe Jamugbo Negwatomamo Okukwe Jamugbo Negwatomamo Eludozo Oye ye wo. In those days, Akwete Nwigbe, I don't know his real name, but we call him by his band name. He was an Igbo musician. Then Igbo musicians were famous. And then there is one they call Dr. C.K. Morgan. He was a famous Igbo musician of a blessed memory. And then there were a group of women, I don't actually know their name, but they sang beautiful songs. These are the only legacy about musical, cultural, and heritage that we have. I think they sang one of those songs. When no doesn't know, when no doesn't know, no long who ye boom mefi onyario, calling do ye nario nagumbo, okuri mako agwane mo webu. You remember in those days, you know, because sex. You don't know we have our own way of dancing, and ultimately we ignored it. And then the woman they call Iron Lady came, and Iron Lady is gone. But I know there are many musicians out there. As I speak to you, only a car musician I know. They call him Joe Morgan. But I know there are many of them. Why is it we don't know them? We are not sustaining. We are not promoting our culture and heritage. But am I blaming you? I'm not blaming you. Because most of these people, almost 80% of their music is they are trying to westernize, modify. They want to blend with Igbo. Emejalem. Why did I know that? It talks about my culture. It talks about my heritage. We must sustain it. Our musicians. Okwani people are not playing with it. Okwani people are not playing with it. No wonder they seem to be louder in the whole Anyoma. Anindokwa Gadema remain a track record unbeatable for many years. We don't have music. When you enter Igbo birthday party now, what you are hearing is Igbo song. Why would they not say you are Igbo? As a camera, you are doing birthday party. You are playing, which one do I say? They we know, Igbo, Aga mana no game, I will know. If you don't know, you will know. Igbo, oh game. It's not bad to play anybody's music, but sometimes give priority. This is how to sustain your own cultural identity. We have gotten to a stage, we organize meeting and say, as a normal person, the code of dressing is aquacha. There are things God gave to me. But if I give it to you people, you will not understand. And so we are building people. Gradually, you will never know about. They are coming. They are coming. No, imagine. Anyoma people say they want to do Anyoma festival. Are they not doing it in Cross River State? And then we come out in our cultural attire. That day, we will send a signature across the globe that they will know that Anyoma It's not something you can consume. You cannot assimilate us. Should I give you a glimpse? Once I give you, some people will carry it and fly. They will mess it up. Some people will hijack it and say it's their own. Those of you in Anyoma Defense, I once told you, this is what we are going to do. That day you will see angel with your two eyes. I won't tell you. Let them claim the one they know already. You have to maintain your culture, sustain it. Today you want to do marriage. Where is the cloth we used to do marriage? You want to do burial. Where is the cloth we used to do burial? When my mother passed away, and during her burial time, I knew what I didn't know. When we gathered, and everybody was able to identify that I'm the first son. And honestly, I'm not a very loud person. I live in isolation almost all my life. I day my day your day. And most of my younger brothers are all bigger than me, older than me, richer than me. And so it's not about selling personality, but I just want to day my day. And nobody should have known that I'm the first son, except the cloth I was wearing. And those who come for condolence visit, when they are going, they come to me, brother, this one, Ndo, Jikemeno, and all those stuff. And I called my younger sister, and I said, why are you people sending them to me? He said, brother, see the cloth you wear now. That was when I knew that even burial time, the cloth we wear, it's a signal. We must sustain all these things. You won't do your burial for our burial. You now wear Isiago. We are not wearing Isiago. I think you see my Isiago for Fiakwa. Sustain your cultural heritage. They will mock you for it. They will insult you for it. They will despise you for it. But they carry hidden code and knowledge that will elude all of them. We are coming. Don't worry. Our podcast studio will be ready. We are coming. We will tell our story. That is number one. Number two, tell your story. Tell your story. Because if your enemy tells your story, they will tell it to glorify themselves, to magnify themselves. And if they hate you, they will say it to the detriment of your people. Will you know the truth about Nigeria? If you go to some country, you say you are a Nigerian, they look you as Arab man. That is because some people are telling our story that we are Arab. If you go to some country, you say you are in Nigeria, they think all of you are Yoruba. That is because some people are writing our story as if we are Yoruba. And when you go to some place, you say you are Nigeria, they say, oh, you're Igbo, because some people are writing our history as if we are Igbo. Now, when I go to abroad as Aboma, who is telling my story? One baffin will say, no, the Igbo, sub-Igbo group, delegating me to the background. I like to give you people thunder, but let me refrain that word. Why will you call me sub? Why will you call me sub? Your papa na sub, your mama na sub of your own tribe. Minority and majority. Now your mama and your papa be minority and majority. It's an insult to our history. But not until we all begin to write our story. Nigeria is a country that is diverse in culture and tradition. What is the greatest of America? If not tapping into the resources of unity and diversity, what does America have to boast for? And then you want to assimilate it. Because you are the one writing my story. If you want to survive this ongoing cultural genocide, be the one telling your story. We are watching on social media. Once you talk any story we did against our history, our culture, our tradition, we will follow you up. You accept this. Imagine you are a hunter. You went to the bush to hunt. And then you kill a lion. And then you bring the lion back. Your village people will give you chieftaincy title and call you Ubuago, for instance. The one that killed the lion. You are a brave man. And then you begin to tell the story. How you saw the lion. The lion balanced. The lion wanted to attack you. You now jump like Bruce Lee. You now shoot the lion like Van Damme. You now kick it like Commando. Unyoshi. Because you are the one telling the story. But if you have asked the lion to tell the story, the lion will say, yes, it's true. I used to kill small animals to feed. Because I don't eat grass. But I did not look for human being trouble. They are the one looking for my trouble. I know God would vindicate the lion when he kills a man. And so the one who writes the story automatically has what it takes to call you anything. They are the one writing our story all this time. To survive this cultural genocide, you must be the one telling your story. Don't let anybody deceive you about that. Number 3, if you want to survive this cultural genocide, make sure you are the one controlling your political space. Because the highest degeneration and degradation, the greatest insult we are taking now is because of people who want to control our political space. Each time you hear Sam Fobara telling you, ndị nwe m na ndị nwe, ịma na anyị ncha bụ ndị Igbo. About election, they want votes. And Chibuike Amechi told you that when I saw Igbo people were suffering, I decided to answer Igbo. He was looking for votes. When you hear Nedi Nwoku jumping up and down, yes, this Anyama we have been asking for. Yes, it's time to give it to Igbo people. Igbo people need it more now. Shebi na region by region now. We have Southeast region. I'm going to begin to divide Southeast region now. Divide Anambra into 2. Divide Imo into 2. Divide Abia into 2. Divide Ebonyi into 2. Divide Enugu into 2. You will have 20 states now. Why are you trying to use Rob Paul to pay Peter now? Is that not constitutional abomination? And a supposed lawyer, intellectual, learned, and representing his people and betraying his people. But go and look at the intent of his heart why he's doing this thing. He believes Igbo people can bully you on social media, most especially this Igbo Biafra. You see what they are doing to a very dark man, Yoshi. And then when they come, Nedi Nwokoro should find out if P2B with all their gra and obedient movement cannot take P2B to Aso Rock. Is it you? You want to meander us and boycott us. But not until we have a stand. In most cases, there are things Lagos people do. They do in Lagos. You can be blaming them. When somebody will leave the east and come to the west and tell you that if you don't respect us, we will vote you out. It's an insult. Forget about you may have the population in Lagos State. But believe me, it is not in your place to give Yoruba people who will rule them. These are some of the things Yoruba are doing to control their political space as far as Lagos is concerned. Because they know they tell you say na no man's land. The same way they're going to tell you say Asaba na no man's land if you keep quiet. Make sure you are in full control of your political space. Allow Nedi Nwokoro to have his way. All of you from his community, you people will cry. Because they will use him. They will destroy him. They will filtrate you. And that will be your end. Just look at what happened in Lagos recently. NAFDAC people went to trade fair to supervise the fake drug they are importing and exporting. They attacked NAFDAC people. I know they are going to close down trade fair. And they hate Igbo. They are marginalizing. Hey. Don't let them control your political space. That is what this Igbo Biafra are doing. Eze ndị Igbo na Abo, Eze ndị Igbo na Lagos, Oba for Igbo for Lagos, Oba for this one for Ghana, all of this one. They are trying to infiltrate your political space. Those of you in politics, if you don't set a standard, Igbo Biafra people will decide who will be your governor. Don't you see Ijaw people? Don't you see Urobo people, Ishekiri people? That thing you are rubbing body with them. Can they do it in Warri? You do anyhow. You see anyhow. This is not hatred. This is survival. Because we are in the jungle. Number 4. Create a rallying point. All these things I have said, you can never build it. You must create a rallying point. There is a bread known as whether kabuka or kukuku. Kakuku. There is a bread. Igbo Biafra people are calling their people. Hey, no Igbo person should go to this supermarket. Oh, no Igbo person should go to and buy this bread. Oh, Yoruba hating the Igbo. Look at what the person is saying. And listen to the advert. And honestly, the Yoruba people that made that advert, I think they were not diplomatic enough. I will not say they are lying or they are saying the truth. But they were not diplomatic enough. They're not sensitive enough to understand that sometimes, until you are offended, confronted ruggedly, You don't respond ruggedly. And so I will not agree to that advert. What is out there is out there. And then what we are supposed to do in the normal circumstance is descend on the person. Don't say it's Yoruba people. Say it's that person. Like now, what I'm saying, I'm not saying it's Igbo people. I'm saying it's Igbo Biafra people. Igbo Biafra people. When we start saying it's Igbo people, you will know. They say, don't try to deceive yourself. I'm not Igbo. He hating the Igbo. No, when I hate you, you will know. Was I not with Igbo Biafra? But now I'm against Igbo Biafra because I know what they represent. But what are they doing? They are now calling them, please go and listen to those NAFDAC reports from Lagos. They said that they posted it on the Igbo Biafra WhatsApp group that every shop owner should come out immediately, that NAFDAC people have come, that they should beat these NAFDAC people. And that is exactly what they did. They rally round immediately. That is how they will rally you round in your village. All those threads they are trying, you think they don't know what they are doing? All this game they are playing, you think they are doing it for nothing, but we are waiting for them. That's the way you say you know, another person know. Now who do gun do bulletproof? Somebody wake up, go do gun, make it kill people from a long distance range. Another person say, we no go fold our hand and go do bullets. And then another person say, if I no get bullet, I no get gun. I no save you, and go do bomb. Once a bomb no go fit kill as many people, then begin they develop. So where one road is closed, one is open. But what am I trying to tell you? If you don't create a rallying point, if you like, do saga from here till tomorrow. Most of you can't reason it. But in your mind, you are in diaspora. You have the money. You know it. If you don't know it, you don't know it. There are a lot of things that makes money insufficient. But you see, God has fashioned everything in such a way. If we don't follow the hierarchy, if we don't follow the descending order, if we don't play our role, we will not succeed. As a reverend, I was attached to another reverend who is my senior in the ministry. And I love this guy like a brother. I will risk everything for this guy. I will love this guy. He was very humble. He was very wealthy, very rich. But when I knew him, he was a poor man. I was even richer than him. But along the line, those who did not know us thought I was close to him because he's wealthy. He forgot that then when we were in Lagos, if his car broke down on the road, I will use my car and go and tow him to a mechanic. I was always there for him. But God saw the relationship between us and blessed that guy. He became rich, richer than me. The difference between what we control financially is like day and night. I never envied him. I never jealous him. Appreciated him. And then in the ministry, he had the finance to sponsor. And let's say I have the message to preach. The ministry become big, and then women coming in between us. He's doing what he's doing because of the money. If he didn't have money, he forgot he didn't have money. I was the one helping him before God blessed him. He turned to a scarlet. We they see you now before now see us. And that was the ministry that actually ordained me reverend. That was where I gave my life to Christ. That was where I served many years. I know be a shower for church. And when I noticed the level we have gone to, I tendered my resignation. I gave them 1 month to prove me. Because if I leave, I hear you do anything, I will not leave you people. Just the same way I told Igbo Biafra people, allow me to go. Because if two paths cross, one must change. If we cannot work together, my values say everybody to your tent to Israel. That is what we believe in Igbo, where I come from. If I can't flow with you, they didn't say we should kill her. Everybody go. That is how I left those ministries. And then when I left, I know what I suffered. I know what he suffered. As I'm talking to you, all the wealth investment I helped him to make, he's selling all of them now to survive. Because in about 3 months I left, he lost his job. He managed the savings and have another benefit he received from the oil company. And then he returned to selling his property. Now he's desperate to train all his children abroad, at least before he said the last one. But that is not true progress. And why is it I'm bringing it up? rallying point, to creating a rallying point. There are people who know how to waka. I know many people, somebody now, if I call the person, I say, I want to talk to 1,000 king right now in Anyoma. Give him 1 week. You will receive update of how you can see those people. But the guy don't have money. If I call him now, he say, I need a recharge card, I need data. And maybe I have recharge card, I have data, and I don't give him. How will he go there? And the truth is that some of us have this gift. Anybody, any door will knock open. So creating a rallying point, it has to be organized by sensitive people. There are people you go out to war with, they won't abandon you. Not until the right people are representing you at that rallying point. All of you are in trouble. Igbo people did their job well there. Any small thing, they know how to pass message. Everybody, both the one that agree or the one that are not agree, ultimately they are all operating on the same agenda. And that is when you hear the slogan, my brother, if you are not part of them, find your way. Because they will rather destroy you than to uphold justice, fairness, equity, not to talk of transparency. And so if you want to survive the ongoing cultural genocide in Nigeria, as a Nigeria, most especially when you are referred to as a minority ethnic group, this is what you want to do. Most especially this era where Igbo Biafra people are on a vicious mission of assimilating us, destroying everything about us, embarking on historical insult, constitutional abomination, deliberately insulting us as a people. You need to activate these 4 I have told you. Number 1, sustain your culture and tradition. Don't let them steal it. Be the one telling your story. That is number 2. Protect your political space, which is number 3. And ultimately, you must create a rallying point. You see, the uncompleted building, sun is hitting my eyes badly, and I can't see my phone very well. So I would have gone there to receive some insult from Igbo Biafra people because they are always there. And I love them. I love the insult. And I'm sure my battery may drop down without receiving this insult. But for those of you who I can see their name, as a man, I greet you. Good luck, I greet you. And then I see somebody, I cannot pronounce the name because it's not written in English. I greet you as well. I see one Igbo Biafra, what do you call it? Igbo Biafra man, what did he say? Remove that. It's Victor, but it's like trying to tell me to look for work. Which work will I look for when I have this kind of work? Yoshi. There is one idiot there. He wants me to mention his name. I will not mention his name. He's an Igbo Biafra man. Let him start doing what they are doing. We will talk about him when the time is right. I see DK. He say, I am an Igbo man from Imo State. I like what you are doing. And that is because, my brother, you are a progressive-minded person. You just choose to be neutral. You want the truth to be truth. You're calling a spade, and that is how it should be. Because it is not the hatred of anybody that drives us. It is because ultimately, whether you are the one doing the good, you are the one doing the bad, sometimes he allowed the sun to shine both on the good and the bad. He allowed the rain to beat the righteous and the unrighteous. But then, we as humans, in order to survive, must pay attention to the role everybody are playing. So DK, thank you for that comment. I truly appreciate. For those of you, Mercy and the rest of you, progressive-minded fellow Nigerians, don't worry, we will get it right. Because in the absence of light, darkness will prevail. If we fail to confront these people, protecting them because they are our own, my brother, all of us will suffer for it. And so this is not about Igbo people, it's not about Igbo people equally, it's not about anybody, it is about all of us. But the journey of 100 kilometers starts with a step, and certainly charity begins at home. I remain George Onibe, the destiny and the doom of Igbo Biafra people. Have a nice day. Insulting people of Funna and the Kano.